Friends, how's it going? It's getting to be almost nighttime here, but I want to get started on the weekend's events. I'll just move you guys here so you can see what's going on. Just want to get a start on the weekend's events. Do a little bit of yard work today. I got a couple of more spruce trees to take down in the yard here. We had a windstorm this week, and I could hear one starting to lean and crack. I'd like to take them down before they go. It's nice and calm here tonight. Interesting. Bar adjuster's almost bang on. So I figured I'll grab the good old, not so little 630 Super with a 266 top end on it. I did this one years ago on the channel. This is one of those saws that, you know, we all get set in our ways as builders. We do. I'm kind of all over the place though. I'm kind of a scatterbrain when it comes to things. Sometimes I machine, sometimes I don't. Just like that. But this is one of those saws where I kind of went too far. But I ended up with a really nice saw. Now, one thing I'm going to say, and I'm totally honest, this saw, a little too tight still, this saw's an orangutan. There we go. This saw's an orangutan. It's happiest in the wood. Oh, friends, these bugs are just eat me alive. Oh, wow. Bug went right up my mouth. I'm not even going to edit that out. It's been raining here, and the bugs are just crazy. That ain't going to stop me, though. I got work to do. Okay, let's fire this thing up. I'll just move you guys here. The two trees we're taking down right there, those two. We'll just go drive over there and drop them before the sun goes down. Oh, wow. Again, so 630 Super, early 266 top end. 630 Super carb, so it's got like a, it's got a Tillotson 2, I can't remember the number, 225, 224B on it, something like that. Lots of machine work in this, pop-up, machine work, high exhaust roof, medium blowdown, gargantuanly long intake timing. I haven't fired this thing up forever. There we go. Okay, friends, let's get over there. We'll go get set up and let's just go drop those. I don't have my falling helmet. There it is. That's better. Okay, let's get this party started. Friends, I gotta say, oh, there's my new twinned driveway. I'm really happy with it. We got a bunch of rain, which packs it down. This old 6.5 turbo diesel, friends, I've been really happy with this truck. Super reliable, starts good in the winter. It's really good on fuel. And I really love this truck, but you know what? I need an extended cab now. I hate to say it. I need a family machine. So I've been looking at extended cab trucks, friends. Maybe I'll do a Power Stroke next time. I am not brand loyal. Maybe I'll do an old 7.3 or something with a 5-speed. I think that's the way I'm going. Anyhow, there's our two trees. Let's go get set up. Okay, friends. Here's the two trees. Both back leaning. See if I can get the lean for you guys. There you go. That's straight up. So this one's going that way. This one's not quite as bad. It's got a weird curve at the bottom. The crown kind of goes back, but the weight is definitely back. So we'll probably do a couple of back cuts first. I'm just gonna get rocking and rolling here. Let's run some chainsaws and have some fun. I always like to warm my saws up. Friends, watch the top of this crown move as I tap it. Okay, friends, I always like to share what I know about these things with you. I don't know everything. When I don't know, it's a lot, but this saw here, you guys can hear, I hope you can hear it's idling fast, but the chain's not spinning. I shortened the spring in this saw so that the chain wouldn't move. This saw has a lot of intake timing. Cuts like a banshee. It's not the best idler. For me, the type of porting I do, I think I made the intake a little large. This is the third saw I built on this channel, so I ported on this channel. I was building saws before I was porting on the channel, but so there are ways around to kind of fudge it a little bit. This is a great saw, not a good saw for a hot day. It runs very hot. It's a warm build. It's a great cutter though. I run it now and again. I pull this thing out and just giggle. It's fast. It smokes my regular 266 that I run, my personal one. But that other 266 idles better, starts better, uses less fuel. So it's kind of a, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, friends. Okay, let's finish this tree up. It's getting dark. I'll just leave that one down there. Since I live in the middle of nowhere, nobody's going to touch that. Maybe I'll cut it down. You guys can see, this is blue spruce. Sorry, friends. It's late. It's getting dark. This stuff gets pretty hard when it gets dry on the stump. Blue spruce, green, cuts pretty nice. Once this stuff stands here, like these have been dead for a couple of years. If you go back in the video, I pointed these out last year. They get pretty hard. They like a lot of oil. They're not oak or something like that, but they definitely cut a little bit worse. So anyways, let's finish processing this tree. And again, let's see if this thing restarts and let's go from there. Around here, friends, this is about the only saw you need. Let's see if this thing restarts. I did idle it a little bit. This is a good saw. I like it. It's been reliable. We did cook bearings in it once. I went a little far on this build. I was learning and growing with my regular 266 builds. This has been a good build. It definitely is a saw that needs a sharp chain. It doesn't tolerate a dull chain, but I mean, it's been a good, reliable build for the most part. These bearings have lasted, and I do run this thing quite a bit, so let's fire this thing back up. Oh. See, friends, this thing got warm. Okay, well, we're finishing off the video in the power saw shop. It is pitch black out. That was a good evening. It's nice to get work done. I've been staring at those trees and it's like I need to get these things down. We'll split them and in the wood stove they'll go this winter. That's good firewood. It's pre-dried. I don't have to do anything to it. I love blue spruce. That takes care of my heating for most of the winter. except for the very cold months, and that's when I pull out the ash, the oak, you know, that kind of stuff. Anyhow, friends, I want to mention a few things about this build. It idles poorly. It has too much intake timing. I have to turn the idle up on that saw. Every time I run that saw, friends, I have to tune it. It's not a stable build. You guys have heard me say probably before, a stable build. That is not a stable build. I made that saw a little too angry to be stable, if that makes sense. But I know that. I'm the guy that built it. So every time I pull that saw out, I do a full tune on it. I leave the saw a little bit rich to start with because I know 6-8 cuts down the line, it's going to get hot. And then it's going to, you know, crispen up and it's going to run way better. If I start it crisp and tune it when it's cooler, it'll be lean by that 8th or 10th cut, and then, you know, I got to go and tune it anyways. So I tend to start that saw off a little fat. And the idle, I have the idle screw as high as I can get it without the chain spinning. Other than that, it does run hot, and again, horsepower makes heat. I did compression mods to that thing to get it to pump more compression, but also has a high exhaust roof. So, you know, I'm hitting it from both sides, RPM and compression. So it does run hot. So the way that I cure that is I idle that saw for a bit before I shut it down. And then it usually will restart. That's just the way it goes, friends. Remember, there's no free rides in saw building. Everybody likes a different saw, friends. One thing I hate doing, I don't like getting involved in, is arguing about saw builds. There is so many good saw builders on the YouTube and just in the world in general. And I think we all have commonalities and we all have things we do different. And you know what? I want to live in a world where we all don't drive the same truck. Our differences is what I find interesting. So that is a weird build for me. I don't normally do work like that, but that's a good, strong saw. Now, funny story, I have tried to recreate that build in a 272. 52 millimeter bore versus 50, it doesn't work as well. My 272 builds like that, they're not as strong. I don't know why, friends. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyhow, time for question of the week. I get this question all the time, and if you go on my 266 playlist, you can find, there's a couple videos I've done on this, but always good to touch on old subject matters. 266 SE and 266 XP. What are the differences? The SE model is the earlier version before they had the XP designation. Does it mean anything? It does in this case. The SE, they made them from about, the earliest SE I've seen is about an 82, 81, somewhere in there. And they made them up till about 86, 87. Somewhere around there. I'm not exactly sure where the overlap is, friends. Maybe 85. The SE has a metal brake flag on the chain brake. It has a different cylinder. 50ZN11 is the cylinder number. Lower exhaust roof, a little bit smaller transfers, if I remember correctly, and different intake timing. It also has a full skirt piston. The other thing is, friends, it has a 162A tilted carburetor. 163, it's one of those two numbers, friends. The XP designation is the newer model. It has a bigger carburetor. It has like it can have a 225, a 224. It actually has the bigger Venturi. Little bit bigger transfers, higher exhaust roof, a little bit more intake timing. The way to know that, 50ZN13 is the number for a newer 266 XP cylinder. There is going to be some crossover between models. The 268 has the biggest transfers, the biggest carburetor, same carb as a 272. And again, a different piston. The number for a 268 XP is 50ZN14. So I hope that helps you guys. That is the difference. The only difference between the SE and the XP of the 266s, the SE is a little gruntier. The XP pulls a little more RPM. The main reason, the carburetors. I have ported both the SE model, if you're going to port it with a stock carb, it doesn't scream as well. You'll have more of a torquey build. With the bigger carb, you'll definitely be capable of pulling more RPM and making a little bit more horsepower. Are you going to notice? Probably not. You'd have to build a ton of them. I noticed because I've built so many of them, but my 266, friends, has a small carb on it, and I have a big carb for it. I've just never changed it because I don't really think it's necessary. Anyhow, keep sending the questions of the week, and thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys had fun here today. Let's keep chainsaws fun. That's what it is for me. I just love running chainsaws, and I love helping other people out. So I'm just going to keep having fun and keep making videos. Thanks for watching. Take her easy. Later.